YouTube. My name is Ekuegan. You can just call me EK. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, happy midnight, sad midnight, happy midnight, whatever it is for you. Happy midnight there. In this video, we're going to go over a hybrid build, which is basically something that's going to give you back super energy, and you're also going to be able to make heavy for your fire team. All right, so I'm going to go through this. I'm going to break down like each section, what mods I run, and then of course we're going to go over the D2 armor picker site. I know a lot of you, I've been pushing for this site for more people to know about it, but you know, you can kind of figure out like what build you can make here and so on and so on. All right, so that link would be in the description for this video. Now, most people have been asking me, EK, how come like this week you've been running top 3 tether with Orpheus, right? And the thing about like these exotics is they give you back 50% of your energy, right? Whether you're using Phoenix or well, when you drop down the wall and you're killing it, you get up to 50%. And when you tether with Orpheus Rigs, you get 50% back. Or when you use Middle Tree Void for the Titan and you throw on Ursa's, you get 50% back. Now this build is going to allow you to do the same thing where you get 50% back, but you also get to run Aeon Swift. And it seems like I need to do a complete breakdown of Aeons because a lot of people do jump on the fire team and they don't know what to run on the Aeons, right? Everyone just throws it on like, oh, I can make heavy. The one that makes heavy is called Sect of Insights, all right? So successive precision weapon takedown have a chance to drop an orb of power for your allies. So if you're using a sniper or if you're hitting, you know, your precision shots, right, and you're killing stuff, that's going to give you a chance to drop an orb of power, even if your weapons are masterwork. Now, the next thing for this is the most important part. When you finish an elite, you generate special ammo for your fire team, right? And when you use a finisher on a boss or a mini boss, you generate heavy ammo. Let me just break this down because it makes it a lot easier. If you do a finisher on an orange bar enemy, you're going to make special. If you do a finisher on a yellow bar enemy, right, like the upside down triangle, that's going to make you heavy. Champions end up being in that mode where they're upside down triangle, meaning you can make heavy off of champions. The next line here is when you make this ammo, you're not going to see it. It's made for your teammates, but not you. There's going to be times where heavy comes out when you do a finisher or a special comes out. But you just got to remember that it is not meant for you. It is meant for your fire team. But here's the cool thing with this build, all 3 of you can run this, right? If you're chaining supers, all 3 of you can run this, meaning that like if someone really needs the heavy during that time, another person could do the finisher. This also allows you to be more aggressive, right? It allows you to kind of like kill things that you need to. Like you don't have to worry about having heavy or like, you know, being low on heavy because you know that there's going to be another champion that you can kill to get more heavy in the future. All right. So now what goes into this build? All right. We're going to start out with Energy Converter. Okay. Energy Converter is a void mod that can go on any piece of gear that is void. All right. While charged with light, using your grenade attack grants you super energy. Consuming all stacks of charged with light, the more stacks you have, the more energy you gain up to a maximum 50%. So you can kind of say that you're getting 10% per charge with light, right? So now the rest of the build is going to be going into getting that max charge of light times 5. How do you do that? The game originally gives you 2 charge of light, right? So if you pick up 2 orbs, your max is 2, okay? So what I'm doing here is I'm going to crank that up a bit, all right? I'm going to put on charged up, which gives me 1 more, all right? And then I'm going to throw on Supercharge. Supercharge gives me another 2. So 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5, right? And then in this slide, you can kind of like put whatever you want. If you're running like, you know, if you want to use super energy on melee kills, whatever it is, you can kind of run here. But the main thing is Energy Converter. I'm going to have charged up with Supercharge there. And then for my boots, you can see that I'm running Powerful Friends. You don't have to do that. I only did this because it helped me get 100 here and 100 here. So I have 100 in my mobility and 100 in my intellect. One thing that you can run too, which is on the void side of things, if you wanted to, is stacks on stacks, right? So if you pick up 1 orb, it goes to ×2 right away. So let's say I didn't worry about having the 100 there. If I made this void, right, I can run stack on stacks. So that means whenever I pick up 1 orb, I get 2 right away, but it's not needed. And last but not least, I have Taking Charge on. Taking Charge means when I pick up orbs, right, or orbs of power, you know, I become charged with light. one neat thing too, if you're going into activity and you know that you can break the shield and you know that you can match it, right? One of the next best things to have is shield break charge, because that means that you can get charged with light really quick. Then if you know the encounter you're going to, oh wait, this knife was going to have solar and arc shields, right? And your secondary or whatever you have is going to be that, right? Boom. You know that you can stack up your charge with light, right? Now, coming from a standpoint of you making orbs, right, with your friends and getting back to 50%, that means that if you're each making orbs for each other throughout the whole thing, you're always going to have that charge of light times 5 up, right? Another neat thing is I asked Blue to join up on me here, and he is running power preservation, right, on his helmet. Power preservation allows you to keep making orbs for your allies, right? So let's say he pops his super and he kills a bunch of ads with this, right? Orbs are consistently going to be dropping. When you pick that up, that means you can keep chaining this, right? So now you have super coming back and you have ammo making. Now let me show you something here. All right, we're gonna move up here. I'm gonna use my super and you're gonna see that I'm charged with light times 5, right? Did the ads even come out?
Not yet, nope.
There it is. So the ads are gonna be coming out, right? Let's just say that, you know, I hit my tether, right? Blue uses his super. Go ahead, Blue. Now, if you look at my super bar, I am going to throw my grenade. Look at that. You see how much super energy I already have back, right? So now, with that super energy, if I pick up his orbs, as you can see here, he can keep making more, right? Look at that. I pick up his orbs, and guess what? I have my super back. So there's no point in me running Orpheus Rigs with this setup, because I can do this again, right? And I'm charged with light times 5 again, right? So this means that you can kind of like play the game, make, you know, ammo for your fire team, and still be able to keep that super uptime up, if that makes any sense. All right. Now, can you do this on other classes? Yes, you can. All you got to do is set up correctly. One thing to know about Energy Converter, that it does not go past 50% of your super bar. So you see that? I had times 5 and I already had like maybe 25%, but the game does not allow me to go over that no matter what I do. Okay. So that's going to be one thing you want to pay attention to as well. One thing that I always like try to relate for people is communication, right? If you're working with your team and you guys are figuring out like, oh, yo, who's doing the finisher next? Who's doing this? Yo, cover me. I'm going to go make some ammo. It works. Or like communicate like, hey, I just made some ores back there. You know, whose charge of light is, you know, is low, right? That is it for this video. If you really need to, if you guys like this video, what I'll do is I'll make an Ursa one and I'll kind of like show it in action. So meaning you can basically run Ursa's setup, but you don't need Ursa's. You can literally block for your teammates, get your super out, throw your grenade, and get it back. Now, one cool thing too about this is with solar boots, you can run innervation. That means that you don't have to worry about your grenade. You don't have to worry about your grenade recharge a lot. The reason why I say this is because innervation does a lot too. Okay, putting the tether out. I'm gonna let Blue super here, but as you can see, I threw the grenade, right? And now I'm gonna pick up the orbs that he'll make, just to kind of show how innovation works. So here we go. I'm picking up 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see that my grenade is already back, right? So not only am I charged with light times 5, but my grenade is already back. So that's one thing that I kind of want to show off right there too. Innovation could be a good option for you. All right, so boom, another like easy thing that you can add to this whole charge of light build with Energy Converter. Yeah, that's about it for this video. I will probably do the Titan and the Warlock stuff as well. So I'll do like the Titan Ursa without Ursa build, and Warlock Phoenix without Phoenix build. All right. If you guys like this video, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for being part of the community. Deuces, man.